Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. Okay, I wanted to share this latest thing that I did with you guys. I made these little pouches. I'm about to show you exactly what I used and how I made them. So I love to recycle things, and I like to make new things from old things, or especially from things that we throw out. And I had this idea of making these pouches firstly because I wanted to have something maybe that I can put my journals in when I am storing them or shipping them to people. And then I thought I'm just going to make all different sizes, which is what I did. I made smaller sizes, larger sizes, and they can be used in all sorts of different ways, like for example, as I've mentioned, storing journals. And then I've got a bigger one for this, so it just looks nice. I think it looks quite nice to send it like this, or to pop it in a bag if you're selling at markets and things, and then to protect the journal and pop it in this bag. It looks beautiful, I think, at least. And also storing scrap pieces of paper, or selling little packets of paper, which is what I might do, like really pretty paper, not just any paper. So yeah, for that. And also look how cute this looks, little fabrics, storing little scrap pieces of fabric, or this probably string is probably too long, or like your current project. If you're working in a journal, you can pop everything into a bag. You can have little scraps of paper, little scraps of fabric, and embellishments and things like that, and hold it, keep it in a bag. So you can have 10 different bags of 10 different projects that you're working on at the moment. So anyway, I'm sure you can find all sorts of different uses for these. So let's get to the fun part, which is making them. Okay, so I'll just move this away so that I can make space. Let me pop it aside. Okay, so what did I use? Can you guys guess what I used? You know when you buy, sorry about the noise. You know when you buy, like, this was a comforter set, or like linens and blankets and all sorts of things comes in this packaging. And I know that a lot of us keep it. I know I do. I keep all this stuff, and I've just come up with this brilliant idea, I think, anyway. That's probably not my idea, it's probably been done before, but anyway, I came up with it. And yeah, so this is like a larger piece of storage bag. So just things that, you know, things like this that you would usually throw out, or that you don't need anymore. So then what I do is like with the bigger ones like this, I just cut it all along the zip. So I just cut all that out, and then I flatten it out. Sorry. So then I flatten it out like this, and then I make different sizes. So if it's really scrunched up and stiff, I just went over it with a little bit with my heat gun. Obviously use common sense there. You don't want to be melting the plastic completely and setting your house on fire. I just did it a little bit just to relax it, because I think part of the charm are the little crinkly bits. I really like the little crinkly bits. So this is how I did it. For the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how I did it on a small, actually I'm going to use a really small size. So then you can apply it to whatever size you want. I didn't measure anything. I was just making. I just went with it. I just, you know, like I showed you before, I made small pieces and large pieces. So this is going to be the smallest one that I am going to make. And I'm only doing it just so I can show you how I actually did it. So this is sort of approximately, I just put it down, just want to see how it's going to look like. So I like everything to be nice and straight. So I'll fold it in half. This is not necessary. You certainly can do your sewing and then cut. It doesn't have to be straight, but in case you're like me and you like things to be somewhat perfect. So I fold it in half, line it up with, just want to check that I'm in frame. Okay, I'm in frame. And then, so I'm just going to cut here, make sure that it's straight on one side. Okay, then I'll do the same on this side. Make sure it's straight, and I'll also do the same with the top, so it's completely straight here. And then let's have a look. This is like I said, not a necessary thing that has to be done. You certainly can do your sewing and then just trim the sides. So next thing that I do, if you can see, let's show you this one. I'm just going to open it, and you can have these strings a little bit shorter. I like them long, but see how this section here, I've done sewing there. So you first have to sew along there, and that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll come back and I will tell you how to continue. So the first thing is you just sew across there. Okay, so I have sewn that one side, and I'm just going to trim this. I've back stitched there so that it doesn't start unraveling, and then I will line it up again. So let's say, yeah, I think that looks good. So I'll line it up the sides, make sure, hopefully you can see, okay, I've lined up the sides, and I'm just gonna pop this in here just to hold it in place. It's first few that I didn't even bother with that, so it's not something you have to do. And then I tapered these little flap sides, so I just trim a little bit here, and this also I don't measure, I just kind of do it, you know, approximately, so that they look, yeah, I think that looks all right. So now that that's done, now I'm gonna go and I'm going to sew again, but this time I'm going to sew, it doesn't matter which way you go, but this is how I do it. This side that's been folded over, I start sewing there so that this little stitch is down the bottom. That's how I like to do it. So I sew around there, I go up, all in one go. I go to the side here, down to the side, and back to where I started. So it's sewn all around, and you get a little pocket. Okay, I'll go and do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, so that's done. I've sewn all around, and now I'm going to just tie this knot, tie a knot here, just so it doesn't start unraveling, even though I think I did back stitch, but I like to overdo it every time, so I like to just be really sure. And I really like these raggedy little, you know, ends. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to make these. So for that you would need 2 different circle punches. If you don't own circle punches, you can cut them out by hand, and it would give it even more character when the circles are not perfect. Some of them I actually did cut by hand. I think these smaller ones, but yeah, so you need, I've already cut 2, so you need 2 big ones and 2 small ones. So let's go. This is why I had to cut it by hand, because it's not, one of my punches isn't working very well. Okay, I then like to use a little bit of ink, just to make, especially the little circle, makes it stand out more. And I do, this one's black, but black edges, but only because it's a really old ink, so it's not so dark. Okay, here we go, we've done that. And then you need some little brads. So I've got my box of brads here. So let's say these are really cute. Let's see if I've got another one. Here we go. Okay. And then so first I will put the brad through the approximate approximate middle in the circle. So I'll put the brad through, but I'm not going to open it yet. It has to go onto here, and then I'll open it. Okay. There we go. The brad is through. Okay, that's done. Now, this step I also did just no measuring, just approximate middle, somewhere around there, and then just push it through. It really comes through really easy. And then pop it down. Okay, and then this one, so you just want to line it up with the top one, somewhere, let's say around here. And then I put my hand in because I don't want the brad to go through both sides. So you just want it to go through the one side and then open that one. And the very last step is baker's twine or whatever you've got at hand. Anything would look quite nice here. I'm just choosing to use this black and white because it stands out really nicely. And then I tie one knot, and then I attempt to do that box knot, which is you tie it one way and then you tie it the other way, and I never really understand it and I never know if I'm doing it right. So let's just say you tie 2 knots, and then I trim down this shorter bit, and then with this okay, I wrap it around a few times. I go overboard with this one because I think, oh, what if I want to add, you know, down the track, if I want to add maybe some, if I want to be fancy or add some beads and stuff here. I don't know, I just like to leave a longer strand, but this one's a bit long, so let's just do that. And that's it. That's how it's done. Oh, I was up here the whole time, was I? Oh, okay. Anyway, I hope I guess that should have explained how I explained the process. It's really, really quick and it's really a lot of fun. And the projects, the journals, I think they look really, really gorgeous. Especially this, I think this fabric one is my very favorite. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Let me know if you've got any questions. Type them in the comments below. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.